It was back in 1976,
Right.
just after my graduation from the Bible College. And I started school ministry, going around visiting schools, ministering the word. But it came a time when I felt so moved with the needs of the children, particularly the orphans and those from very needy homes. And I was filled with compassion and mercy. And I felt that I should do something, to reach these needy children and the orphans.
Okay.
At the same time, I found out that some children were rejected, neglected in their homes due to some reasons. And so I decided to take care of them. And that's how I began. The first instance was when a lady, a girl, came to us crying by the name Christine from a very awkward family, a family that did not know, the Christian values. And it's from a tribe that they circumcise girls. They take girls for female genital mutilation. So this girl ran away from home because her parents wanted her to be circumcised, but she rejected, and she was sent away. They burned her clothes and everything. So she ran away from home, and she came asking for somebody, a Christian or a Christian leader. And I was there, so she came to me. She was directed to me and my wife. So we helped her, and from there we started. We educated that girl to Form 4, took her to a college, an agricultural training college, and she started working, but unfortunately she died after that. It was an accident. So that's how it started off. Now I work with, I have the widows who are under our care family homes. And somehow it's miraculously that they came to us. I didn't ask them to come, but they came one by one, asking for assistance, for help. And after narrating their story to me and my wife, we decided to begin that ministry of helping the widows and the orphans. All that I have are not all widows and orphans, but I have some who are just from needy, very needy homes. Some are homeless. They don't have parents and they don't have relatives. I should also add that apart from just helping the needy, to get educated and get food, we also have the HIV, victims who have come to us, and we also take care of them,
Okay.
and other different needs like that, like the elderly people. So that's the kind of work we're involved in. We go to schools. That's the work I started back in 1976, going around schools, colleges, universities, and prisons and hospitals. And we go to interdenominational conferences. We are invited to minister, non-denominational, groups, and we enjoy our work. That's what we do. Yes, apart from the ministry of the Word of God, I also give them some pieces of advice how to live, how to be morally right in society, how to be clean, how to help others. That's what I teach them, to be concerned about other people and to be compassionate, about the needs of other people, because we should be mindful of other people's welfare. So that's what I teach them, and they have come up so well. They are also helping others. That's my joy. Now we started off by, my wife and I just, helping from our own small farming, small scale farming. We were small scale farmers. And so what we harvested, we sold and paid fees for these needy children. And we have been doing that all through. We don't get any money from anywhere, but just a few individuals who may feel they want to help us. We have welcomed their help. But not many understand this, and not many have a heart of helping. But when somebody comes with a heart of helping, we welcome it. One other thing I should say is that it's not an easy thing, it's a challenge, because we started with very few. But now we have 30, when you have 30, orphans, needy children, and widows. Now we need a lot of help. So our prayer is that the assistance we have will be expanded so that we can help more people. The people that I have in my home, the children and of course the widows, are part and parcel of my family. And we do not regard them as, people from outside, because most of them, this is their home. They have no other home elsewhere. And so they are part and parcel of us. And they are my children. My wife and I know that they are our children. And so we respect them. And that's why we have struggled to educate them and to feed them and make sure they're well clothed. Though sometimes it's a problem, to meet those needs. But we try what we can. Yes, quite, I should say, almost 90% have taken my name. They have registered themselves in my name because they have no other homes, no other parents. We are the parents. And so they feel a sense of belonging. This is their home. And so we regard them to be part of the family. And they feel happy. They feel so happy. They feel a sense of belonging. And they feel this is their home. So they have no doubts. Yeah, though it doesn't give a lot of help, but on the other hand, they beautify the home. Secondly, we get some eggs, from the chickens to help the visitors who come to us, the friends who come to us. We are able to feed them, the children, my own children are able to get some eggs, and also for selling. Sometimes we sell when we are in great need, and we get some little money for as pocket money for the school-going children. because we still have primary and going children, high school going children, and we have got also university um, students. So we get a lot of help from that as well. And with the shamba also, we plant some maize, we grow some maize, and this maize is also very important for food, because our staple food in these countries is maize, you see. So we use that maize down there. But of late, I have a project that has come to my mind, and I should mention that one. We want to plant some trees so that we can get firewood in future, because at the moment we are buying firewood at very exorbitant prices. So we have decided to have that project of planting trees. We want to plant about 2,000 trees. We want to reduce the area of napier grass for our cows so that we can grow trees. And right now, I've already planted 400 already. But when the project is complete, I'll have planted 2,000 trees. And this would cost us approximately 100,000 Kenya shillings. And that's what we are on now. So that's why what we do. And with the cows, they give us milk for the visitors, for our friends, and for our own use in the home. Yes, like the post-election violence case, we had very many who came to us. Over 176 people came to our home, to our compound. And I want to say here that I'm very grateful to the daughters and sons that God has given to me, because they were the ones taking care of those many people. And we were able to feed them without any help from anywhere. Luckily enough, we had harvested some maize and beans. So we spent everything feeding those dear people. You know, some of them had lost their loved ones. Some of them were widows. They had lost their husbands in the violence. And also men had lost their children and their wives, you know. So we had to take care of them until a time when we had to look for their next of kin, people who are relatives. And then we gave them, sent them away. But up to now, even the loan we had taken from the bank to take care of these victims, we were not helped by anybody. We struggled and struggled. Even what is remaining, we believe by God's help, we will finish. So when it comes to education, after they have completed high school, sometimes we are not able to take them further than that. Maybe in the university and so on, we are able to take a few. So I feel that this time we have to get sewing machines so that some girls may start, you know, tailoring work. Of course, I have two who have learned that, and they can teach others. And again, we have the computers, the two computers, and we have two girls, two of my daughters who have gone through the computer, who are computer literate. So they can also train the others, in the computer work. And then in future, we are thinking of, as I've said, trees, growing those trees so that we are self-reliant on firewood. We don't have to buy firewood. And then we have, we feel we should extend our dairy farming, so that we have more cows, so that we can get enough milk, and even for commercial purposes, we can sell some milk to locals and get some money to help us. And then in future, we feel that if God opens a way, there is a vehicle we have had for the last 25 years. This is a Toyota Lightus. And so our prayer is that in future we should have a powerful four-wheel drive vehicle because of our roads, the poor roads we have. So those are some of the plans we have for the future.